Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be going over my A5 agendas. So I am very excited for this video. I am actually refilming this video, so I apologize if you are one of the few who clicked on the original. For some reason, when I originally recorded this video, the footage just was blank and black and no sound, and so I have no idea what happened there. It didn't show any issues when I uploaded it, and then I deleted the content, so I couldn't even re-edit it and upload it, which is fine. So it actually works out better because instead of an end of month flip, it's just gonna be a regular flip video. I already removed April, but I have the official setups in this agenda, and then I've also been in it. The original one was just like how I was like tentatively gonna use it, because I wasn't sure, and I filmed it prior to starting my new role, and I'm already a weekend, and so we've gotten some use out of them, and I can show y'all how I'm currently using them and then current thoughts going through my head with these setups. So very exciting. So we have two A5 agendas. If you saw my most recent cloth and paper haul, most of the items and setups are similar to what y'all saw in that video. So I have my Louis Vuitton agenda cover, and this currently has the weekly task, let me see, weekly task notebook from cloth and paper. And then we have my Louis Vuitton GM, a large ring A5 agenda, which I've definitely seen multiple times. So this is newer and I'm loving it. I've loved this layout and I've been wanting to try it. And so when I got the new job, I was like, I'm for sure gonna like get this. And if I don't want to use it for work, then I'll use it for personal, because like I feel like you can use this for anything. And I really like it for work. And I've made some adjustments and some tweaks, which we'll go over in just a moment. But this is my official work planner. If you did see that haul video, I'll have it linked below. But I also purchased some new inserts from cloth and paper that I've also had my eye on. I've seen them all over Instagram, you'll probably have too. And I've just wanted to try them. I'm not a vertical person. I prefer horizontal. I prefer more room, right? Which is why I think I prefer horizontal. And I think I lean more towards hourly because I'm just an hourly person. And so that's the main reason why I've never like really went into these, but I just wanted to try them, and I figured new job, switch things up, try it out. And so I didn't know if I was going to use a combination of the two or just one, and I've determined now that this A5 agenda will be my overview agenda. So if you also saw my planner system video, when that A5 failed, I just moved that one up so y'all could see that. I don't remember exactly what the initial purpose was. Again, everything was in the air, so I don't think I had an overview assigned, and I don't remember what I called this, but I'm gonna make this my overview agenda just because of how it's been working. And then this is my work planner. So let's go ahead and let's start with the work planner, because I feel like it's very basic, especially since I'm, like I said, one weekend. So again, this is the weekly task spiral from cloth and paper. And I actually made a few adjustments, as I mentioned, that I want to start off with. So I think right now, of course, like the week after I purchased all this stuff, all the dated stuff from cloth and paper is half off. It's fine. I wanted it before work started, so I'm perfectly okay with that. And then I ended up using, I think, like reward points anyways. But I think this is part of what's on sale since it's dated. So if y'all are interested in this stuff, it's probably half off. I'm not an affiliate, but just throwing that out there because everybody loves sales, right? Especially if you're like me and you're crazy when it comes to planner stuff. You always want to try new things. Hence why I have this. Either way, so because of that and what I was going with, I ended up removing, and I filmed, I think I'm gonna post a reel about it, so I don't know if it's gonna be up then or by now. But I ended up removing the months that I wasn't going to use. Since I'm using this for work, it had the entire year. So I took out January through April, oh my God, I can't talk today. January through April, so I had more room on the rings, coil, whatever you want to call it. I did use April for a little bit just to experiment with the layout, and unfortunately I don't have that. I believe I shared a photo on Instagram, so just check that out. I can't remember if I did. I apologize if I didn't, but again, I'll have the layout with you guys. But this planner itself, I'm not going to go over like the specifics of it. I have that in the unboxing video if y'all are interested in that. This is trainings I have to do, but here is what it looks like. And so here's exactly how I used it for the week. I don't have anything sensitive in here since it's all like new hire things. But it started off the first week of May, and so it was perfect for me to just start in this month. So this is my first day, and what I love is that you have your priorities, your to-do, and then just a section to do anything. And so this is the part where I knew if I was gonna go down to one planner, I wasn't gonna put the hourly to use in those inserts, that I could like mark out any meetings. As of right now, I think I'm just gonna use this for like general daily notes if needed. Like these were time sensitive things, but I'm still debating what to do with this section and the note section and exactly what I want to put in there. Again, as I learn more about the role, take on new responsibilities, post trainings and everything, I'll probably figure that part out. So I kind of like that I don't have an original plan, but as of right now, especially while I'm like training, is like to highlight the important pieces that aren't tasks. I love the priorities and to do. I think this is going to fit really well in my job because priorities, I'm going to use this as things that need to get done this day for sure. To do just might be like smaller things that I want to make sure I keep track of, complete, whatnot. But I like having the separation. And then again, just space to do anything. So this is the very simple layout, but I love it. And so, as I mentioned, this is going to be a very basic, just work only planner. And because I removed the additional months, I did have more space in here, and I did that for a reason. So I actually ended up, and this is the part where I probably can't show y'all, maybe the first page. Yeah, now we can show y'all that, because it's just a regular training. So maybe a few cloth and paper hauls ago, I can't even remember, I ended up getting this notebook from Cloth and Paper, and it's an A5 notebook. I got the A6 one as well, or the CP size. And what I ended up doing was, I was using both of these. So I had my GM agenda on my desk. I had this as well, and then I took it out of the cover because it was like annoying to have so much on my desk. And then I was also using the notebook to take notes. Then I was like, I don't like that at all. Let me combine. And so what I did was I just took my pair of scissors and I just cut slits in between each of these so that you could easily, and I'll show y'all here, take them out. So I was just going in between the coil, and then I just cut. This isn't new. I know like everybody does this. It's not the first time I've done this, or literally anybody else, but just to show y'all what I've done. Just so cut the slits, and then I was able to just pop them in, kind of like you put a disc, right? And now I have note pages instead of those months that I didn't need. So if you are using this and you do get it end of the year and you have a notebook or anything with like this size, because I think this is like a standard coiled size if I remember correctly, you can enter more note pages in here, and now it's fully functional. Now I have my notebook in addition to my planner all in one, and then I can also take out, you know, any notes that I don't need. It is slightly different shape. That doesn't bother me at all for some reason. Normally this stuff does, but I think it's because it's just all the way in the back and it really doesn't make a difference, and I'd rather have the notes in here. But this is rounded edges, these don't. So if that bothers you, maybe look for a notebook that doesn't do that. I don't know if Cloth and Paper has any, but this is what I did to also make it a notebook. So I really have been loving this. This is perfect. And as of right now, this is perfect for my new role. And then whenever I do go on training or have anything, or if I need like to like hide anything or add a like additional notepad, for example, I have my Cloth and Paper notepad that I've been like taking in and out of here. I just tuck my notepads in, and then that way I also have that if I need it, or a different one, like a priority one. It really all depends, but that way it fits perfectly. And I also have access to a notepad for just quick notes or lists or anything. So that is the work planner and the current setup here. And then we have my GM. So as of right now, I have my medium ring agenda, my A6 agenda. Those are out video wise if you're all interested in those flips. And as y'all know, when I use multiple planners, I always have an overview planner. And again, I can't remember, I think at one point my A6 was my overview, and I think I've talked about going back to my A5. I don't remember what the original plan was, but this has now become my A5 if I said anything different in the other videos. This has now become my overview if I said anything else in those other videos. So this is the most up-to-date video, of course. But it just worked out that way with how I was using the planners, and then also just how I'm loving the inserts. And then I might make a tweak in my A6 because of how this is working, and I'll go over that in a moment. So here's the flip for the GM. So we have the Spotlight Vellum dashboards, I believe is what it's called. I have these in my A6 and I absolutely love them, and so I wanted to get them for my Louis Vuitton agenda because I thought it was just perfect, and I love the way it looks in here. I also just love that it's very simple, and you know, you can write in like what each topic is. I switch things around too much. I like it as is. I don't need to label anything. I think this is perfect, so I'm not gonna do any of that, but just throwing it out there that you can. So here's my first tab. So this is gonna be the overview tab, and when you flip, you have your inserts that come with the planner. I just kept it in here just in case I wanted to use them. You have your monthly quote. This is a monthly overview. And then this is the part that I'm still need to figure out what I want to do between this one and my A6. But again, I might be making a change to my A6, so we'll see. I'm leaving that very vague because I'm still deciding. I don't want to say it out loud yet. Because, well, I can just say it. I'm debating on taking out my weekly vertical inserts just because I haven't been gravitating towards them since I've been in this planner, but we will see. I don't want to make any drastic decisions, which is why I was kind of hesitant on like mentioning it. But if I do take those out, then everything that I put on there, I would put in here. Otherwise it's repeat information. I don't want to do that. And then this is very rough. I was just throwing stickers in because I need to plan this out, but essentially this is stuff where we have things going on. And again, I need to like set it up. So this was just more so reminders for me that we have stuff going on. So here is this month, and then you get a notes section, and then here are the weeks. So this is the full week. And again, I had 2 weeks, I think, set up in April. Those are definitely on Instagram. I know that for sure. So if y'all are interested in that, in how I set it up, check out Instagram. And then here is how I think I'm officially going to use this planner and why I'm loving it so much. So I didn't like the long list, like just the plain list. Like, again, I'm not a huge vertical fan. I need structure. And I decided when I first got it, when I was looking at it, hey, I can actually break this up. And so I've been using this Erin Condren pen, and every 4 lines I've made like a section. So y'all have seen me use similar setups to this. I've been using the meal planner inserts from Infinite Lotus. I've been using on Paper Co inserts to have a category based section for each week. And I was like, oh my God, I can combine that with my hourly with these inserts. And that's why I am loving them. So I have my 4s, and I just took a ruler, and I'll do a plan with me eventually. I already set up for the month because I thought I was using it for work and I wasn't sure exactly what I was doing, but next month I'll set it up with you guys. Either way, I have my 4 lines, and so I have my group. So this is 1 group, 2 group, 3, and then 4. And so right now I kind of have like my inbox. I haven't fully decided. Initially I was going to do work, but I want to keep everything for work in my work planner. But as of right now, since things are more important with work, I'm thinking this is just gonna be like high priority, maybe like inbox. Like for example, I need to drop off my old work computer, so I might throw that here. Still debating exactly how I'm going to use this first section. And then of course categories can always change for me, but right now let's just go with this, like the inbox high priority. Second one is for school. Third is for content, which has the most. And then the last one is health, wellness / just home in a way. Like I was putting like dinners in here to keep track of those. And then I've been going to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. And so I was just putting like the plan for what I'm doing each day, and then weight tracking as well in here. And so this is health and wellness for sure. I just wanted 1 section. So this is the current setup. And again, I am loving it. I'm normally a half-hour person when it comes to hourly, but because I'm just keeping this very basic for the most part, and this job right now doesn't have too many meetings. From what I've seen from other people's calendars and just getting to know people, there's a lot more meetings on my last job. So I think I might get away with it. We'll see. If anything, I might just do time blocks. But as of right now, I've been putting in different meetings that are going on, or just like the important ones that are happening in the hour if there's 2. And yeah, I'm really liking it. I highlighted, initially I set this up when I knew for sure before I started, I had my orientation to pick up my laptop at this time, and then I was told about these 2 meetings, and then the rest popped up once I like started the job. I don't know if I'll highlight times. I might highlight like start times, like meeting start times. I've always done that in some type of way just because it helps my brain with like a reminder of like, hey, your meetings are about to start. And typically if I have control of my calendar when it comes to work, and for this job right now I currently do a little bit more. I really did, of course, in my last role. I like to block meetings together so that way I have time when I meet and then I have time when I work. Because if you're like in a work from home position or like a consultant or like any type of role where you have a lot of meetings, I think you're probably the same way, where you try to find the best ways to get actual work done that aren't meetings. And so for me, I always try and block meetings back to back. So that way I'm like, hey, I have meetings. The rest is when I work. If you want me to get work done, this is where it needs to be done. So that's what like these little gaps are. Of course, like this first few weeks, there will be a lot of meetings because like, as you see with one-on-ones, like I'm meeting people. But yeah, this is the current setup. And again, I'm loving it. So this is my overview planner for this exact reason. I'll probably do a plan with me in here. Again, I highlighted like the same, like the main meetings, which are like our team meetings for upcoming weeks. But I already pre-set up a few of the lines just because I wanted to try it out, and that way it was easier for me to like come in and do things. But we'll do a plan with me in here for sure. Again, I just threw in some stickers just to experiment. But I'm loving this. The only thing I don't know how I'm gonna use or what I'm gonna do, that's a better one, is this task list. It's very narrow, like this is very small. And as I mentioned, that's usually what stops me from using inserts / certain planners. I don't know what to like, I could put maybe 1 or 2 words in here based on what those words are. So I don't know exactly how I'm gonna use this. I might leave it blank, I don't know. I'm fine with leaving it blank if I don't use it, but I kind of want to use it. So we'll see, we'll figure it out. If anything else, like maybe weekly tasks or something that are very simple, you know, like laundry, dishes, organized, certain things like that. But I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, that is this section. And so I think I just have until June in here. And that way I can use the monthly calendar if needed. And then the second tab is my academic section. So this was initially my project planner, and then the main thing that I was using was my academic planner. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just take everything else out. I'm just going to use the academic inserts / pages. And then I was like only using it when I was working on my dissertation, which was like once or twice every 2 weeks. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna not use it because I don't need this, or I thought I didn't need these inserts anymore. I still need to reference them. I still have notes on them, and I've been adding to it now. That was a mistake on my part. So I wanted to reincorporate it back. So I knew I was bringing back my GM for sure because I wasn't really touching it. And so now this is just my academic section. And again, I've been using it for my dissertation. And so it has like my notes and everything, my studies, like all the inserts that y'all have seen repeatedly, just so, and then like I printed out like a few other things, but anything that I just want to keep for school is in here. So this is my academic section / dissertation section, and this is the most simple setup because after that we have our last tab and it's just my notes. So again, this is an overview planner. This is supposed to be simple and to the point, and that's what I wanted. Anything else that isn't just an overview, right? Because for the most part with this planner, it's literally right here on my desk every day, so I can keep an eye out on like what's going on, what's popping up. And then I have my main categories. And so because this is my overview, all of these connect to a certain planner, right? So like if I need to go into in-depth planning, make out a list, write something out, I just need to reference this. So this is how I've been using this planner, and again, I'm loving it. So right now this is the overview / academic, but with notes, but this is the most used section, is this for sure. And this is the part that I'm leaving out and open on my desk. So that is the setup, and that is actually going to be it for this video. So if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. I know there's been a lot of updates, but I don't remember where I warned, but I did warn at some point. Like, I know things are going to change as I learn my new role. Things are always subject to change, right? Especially in this channel. But I knew, like, as I continued to like get into my new job, figure out what my new schedule and routine is gonna look like. We can still anticipate probably a few more changes, but as of right now, loving this. This is working, so we're gonna keep it up. And yeah, other than that, that is gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching.